Weekends are a good time to escape to the woods. Unless the weekend begins with Friday the 13th. Because 13 is an unlucky number. But out here, so are 1 through 12. Because these are Jason's woods. And nobody leaves them alive. Friday the 13th, Part 3, in 3D. Jason, you can't fight him. You can't stop him. And now, you can't even keep him on the screen. Friday the 13th, Part 3, in 3D. Now, when it comes to killing in Jason's woods, Jason will come to you. Friday the 13th, Part 3, in 3D. A new dimension in terror. It will scare you. Count on it.
I see you've made it to another episode of Hair-Raising Flicks. That's good, because this is going to be a pretty special episode. That's right, I don't know if you checked your calendar today, but today is Friday the 13th. Pretty spooky, I know. Down here at the, the spooky lair. I don't actually have a name for this location, it's just, I don't know, just my lair. I guess it's the spooky layer now. We're all about the spookiness. We embrace that, no matter how intimidating. And that's why this Friday the 13th, I decided to do all the bad luck things. I broke a mirror, I spilled some salt, I walked under a ladder. I was going to try to walk past a black cat, but I can't for the life of me find one anywhere. But that's okay, I think I got enough going on here. Some of you might be thinking that I am just crazy for doing this. But, I mean, come on. It's a bunch of hocus pocus anyway. What's actually going to happen? Is a madman going to come out of the woods and chop me to pieces? Maybe like a madman in a hockey mask. Or something. Maybe an undead madman in a hockey mask that you can't kill no matter how hard you try. You can shoot him, stab him, light him on fire. He just keeps coming back. That's stupid, that's not gonna happen. So anyway, what are we watching tonight? Obviously, all of the Friday the 13th films are out of the question. I can't afford that crap. So what do we have in the realm of public domain? I tried to find a slasher movie of any kind and really couldn't find anything. It was a very fruitless effort. But, I figured Friday the 13th, 80s movie, let's pick an 80s movie. And even then, there's not a lot of options. But I found one that I think isn't the worst film ever made, and if it is, then just get over it because we're watching it anyway. It's called Panic, from 1980 something or other. I don't care, I don't really remember that crap. Wouldn't exactly say it's a slasher movie, but if you were into like this sort of 80s slasher stuff, then I feel like this is still kind of up your alley. I think I've talked enough, let's just get into the movie. Yeah.
There's an emergency in the laboratory and a serious risk of contamination. Have the emergency squad sent here right away. Repeat. Serious risk of contamination. Close all safety doors. Only the emergency squad is to enter the laboratory. Notify Professor Adams and Professor Vince at once. Apply all measures of maximum security.
As president of Chemical, I would say, yes, this report seems to be sufficient. The ministry will accept our version of the affair. And we don't have to say anything about the risk of contamination. There's no point in causing alarm.
That's impossible, Mr. Milton. Don't forget the people in Newton suspect something.
Yes, that's very true. And I would say they are definitely against the kind of experiment we're performing.
They won't find out about it. After all, it was accidental.
But inexplicable, at least for now. Isn't it, Vince?
Oh, yes.
Jane, I think we'll make more progress in our research programs if you'll please leave this whole affair to me.
If Professor Adams agrees, it's all right by us.
I'm glad to hear it. The problem is simply Professor Adams.
Hi, Betty.
Hi, Lucas. I nearly didn't get here.
You been to your sister's?
Yeah, that's right.
You coming for a...
No, I can't. I've got to be back at 6.
Oh, just a short ride.
Promise?
Sure.
All right. Don't forget.
data we processed. The problem isn't the disappearance of Professor Adams. This isn't the first weekend he's spent fishing. The problem is the disappearance of the guinea pig.
Guinea pig?
Theoretically, the vaccine may have produced profound genetic alterations in the creature's body. Probably it has grown in size as well as ferocity.
How big?
The dimensions of a dog, of a lion. For the moment, this is just an hypothesis. It will take several hours to process all the data. But get ready for the worst.
Professor Adams prepared us notes only about the methodology of his experiments, not the results. Vince and I know almost nothing about the new vaccine.
Well, we must keep our heads, Jane. Chemical is closed for the weekend. The personnel know nothing, so there's no way they can spread damaging stories.
But Mr. Milton, you're forgetting about the auxiliary squad men.
Yes. You better get back to work. I'll see if I can track down Professor Adams. And I'll have a word with Sergeant O'Brien to see if the local police can help us out.
There's no need to fear the number 13 any longer, because Paramount is slashing prices on 13 scary motion picture hits. At only $19.95 each, no one will be able to resist the sharp savings on some of their worst fears.
Okay, you big hunk of a man, come and get me.
Everyone's just dying for Jason. And now his latest stab at terror has been slashed to just $19.95. Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood. Plus, customers can scream again and again with the entire Friday the 13th Never Say Die collection. And the terror continues with 6 more shock-filled hits.
The house is burning.
Christopher Walken can see the future and must stop it dead in Stephen King's The Dead Zone. And Pet Sematari's master of horror strikes again with The Cry of a Werewolf, Stephen King's Silver Bullet. There's life out there, and they are conducting some wild experiments. Watch out for Dr. Alien. It attacks without mercy and preys on the mind. There's no escape from brain damage.
The Ripper's still out there.
The world's most notorious killer is on the loose again. Jack's back. Serial killer David Keith is on a rampage, but don't shoot until you see the white of the eye. 13 will be every video store's luckiest number, with these 13 Halloween horror hits, specially reduced to just $19.95 each.
I got a feeling like something really bad is going to happen later tonight. I don't know. I'm probably just a little bit paranoid. You know, I've been smoking the weed tonight, that's right. Found some dandelions in the garden. I just kind of plucked them out, kind of wrapped them up in paper. It's kind of disgusting flavor. I just in my mouth, and I didn't really get high off it or anything. Maybe I didn't do it right, I don't know. Maybe the dandelions weren't like, maybe you need the ones with the little fluffy seeds on the top, not the yellow ones. That's what they do in the Friday the 13th movies, right? They got to do all those immoral acts to attract Jason. I just thought that was kind of stupid, actually, because I'm pretty sure Jason isn't really interested in the moral reasonings behind weed and premarital sex or anything. I think it's just those things are a distraction, so it makes it easier for the madman to kill you with his sneak attacks. No, that's just me, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, to celebrate Friday the 13th, we're going to be doing all the cliche immoral acts. I already smoked some dandelions, so I guess now we got to go on to the premarital. Well, actually, yeah. Okay, we're just gonna skip that one, actually. Yeah. I guess I can just try and smoke the dandelions again, I don't know. I don't really know where we're going with this bit. Let's just return to the movie. Was it pointed this way last time? There really is no direction. It's all like digital files and stuff. Huh.
Yes? Yes, I'll send him right over. Of course, sir. You hear that? The colonel wants the printout right away. You better get moving.
Yes.
You know the town of Newton, Captain.
I know the one near my hometown in Canada.
Oh, this one's in England. However, the Prime Minister is anxious to see the report on the Plurimer plan after the issue was raised last week in Parliament. And Chemical is acting mysteriously.
How about Professor Adams?
The professor is a scientist, you know, and he likes to deal in certainties. But Milton would have no objection to getting rid of us. Officially, Chemical makes only aspirin and antibiotics. He thinks the Plurimer plan is a pain in the neck.
A pain he can stand. He made about 10 million, didn't he, from the government?
A few hours ago, there was a curious accident in the laboratory, and Professor Adams, the only person who could have explained it, has disappeared. He's supposed to have gone fishing.
Fishing? Are you sure?
Captain, if I accepted everything I was told at face value, I wouldn't be running the security service. I'd be directing traffic.
Well, I'd better be going. Colonel, who was Adams' bodyguard?
Henry Miles.
I've worked with him.
Yes?
Sergeant, we found the girl's body. It's in dreadful shape. It's over there. I'll show you. Just look. I never would have thought a human being could do such a thing.
This is really horrible. I can't think what kind of weapon the killer used on her. But the way she's cut up, it could have been a meat axe.
Doctor, I want the results of the autopsy tonight.
Right.
This is our case. And I want this killer in jail before those London head shrinkers start excusing him. So get going.
So, it was one of these things that created all the mess, huh?
There are some things that even science cannot understand. It takes time for the mind to accept them as possible.
I see. Do you mind if I call you Jane?
I'd mind if you didn't.
Fine. What can you tell me about this Professor Adams?
You fellows think that people aren't interesting until they disappear.
You don't have to disappear. So, according to your story, the professor is off struggling with the trout.
After biology, trout fishing is his biggest passion.
Wait in the car while I look around.
not the best way to treat a lady.
I told you to stay in the car, Lady Jane. It's dangerous not to follow orders.
I think we'd better let some light in, hmm?
Well, it looks like his things are all here.
No, not everything. His old military jacket isn't there.
You're observant.
He always puts it on when he's fishing.
I think I'll just take a look around. You recognize him?
It's Henry Miles. He was guarding the professor.
Yes, I used to know him. Come on.
Perfect. Wonderful. You've been marvelous today, boys. Now you can go. But first I have something for you. One for you, one for you, one for you, and say hello to Granny for me, and be a good boy. See you tomorrow. And don't forget to study.
I will.
All right, boys. Time to go home. Your mummies and daddies are waiting for you. They're expecting you back for dinner. And wash your grubby little hands before you eat, eh? I say, boys, haven't you forgotten something? Come and get it. Easy does it. And remember, don't stop to play along the way.
This substance we found on Henry Miles' body has a completely anomalous cell structure.
That isn't the point, Jane. In my opinion, there's a connection between the murders, the accident in the laboratory, and the disappearance of Professor Adams.
Perhaps, but you have to prove it.
Look, Jane, you have to cooperate with me if we're going to find out the truth. And that's more important than the good name of your dear Professor Adams.
Mr. Milton wants to see you.
All right.
Three times before, you have felt the terror, known the madness, lived the horror. But this is the one you've been screaming for. Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Jason is back. He moves like a shadow, dark and silent.
Sorry you changed your mind?
He never utters a word. He doesn't even seem to breathe.
Where the hell's the corkscrew?
He simply, mindlessly, mercilessly kills. But now, Jason's reign of terror is over. Friday the 13th. the final chapter. Friday, April 13th is Jason's unlucky day.
Well, I got the munchies. Probably has nothing to do with the weeds that I smoke, considering that apparently dandelions are not the proper sort of weed. So, probably just hungry because, just hungry. I don't know. That's enough chat. Let's see what we got hanging in the cupboard here. Oh my god. You're all doomed. This place has a death curse. Dude, who the heck are you? Why are you in my closet? You're all doomed. You're all going to die. I don't know if anybody else is here. I mean, Steven might be hanging out somewhere, but it's pretty much just me at the moment that you're talking to directly. So, are you lost? Found a bag of Doritos in here. Smashed them all in one sitting. Dude, those were my Doritos. Those were for me. You're all doomed. Okay, well. I had Funyuns in there. Did you eat those too? Yes. God, but dude! Okay, this ruins my whole night now. Thanks to some spooky guy hanging out in my closet. Whatever, let's just get back into the movie. I'll figure something out.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Yes, come in. Captain Kirk, Sergeant O'Brien.
How do you do?
I've been told the whole story, Captain. I hope I can be of help.
Not alone, are you?
I'm sorry, but I only have 2 men under me, and they're busy chasing a homicidal maniac.
And you can't be of much help,
Thank
can
you, Sergeant, for taking the suggestion I gave you. We must avoid a panic. And above all else, we mustn't attract journalists looking for sensational news.
Yes, but I think the people should be warned.
Yes, but perhaps later on. And, Captain, remember the overriding necessity that the Plurimer plan remain a matter of utmost secrecy. Come in.
I didn't know you were busy.
No, not at all.
How are you, Captain?
Fine, thanks.
Ah, Sergeant O'Brien.
How do you do?
The computer report is finished, but perhaps it's better if I come back later.
No, you can speak freely. I don't want these gentlemen to think we have anything to hide.
All right. We had the computer set up to analyze all the information available concerning Professor Adams' experiments with the new vaccine. And as expected, the reply was insufficient data.
Insufficient?
If you would like, you can check it yourself.
If you gentlemen would excuse me. Come along, Professor.
Dreadful actors. Don't you agree?
What do you mean?
All right. What if there is a connection between the accident in the laboratory, the disappearance suddenly of the professor, and the killings? Sergeant? Before we find it, we have to find the professor.
As you can see, the area is quite large. We'd need volunteers for a manhunt, but then we'd have to offer an explanation, and that could easily cause panic if it got to the general public.
Yeah, and that's not the only problem. We haven't got much time.
Why not, Captain?
When we find Adams, you'll see, okay?
Hello? Oh, it's you, honey. What a pleasant surprise. No, I never go to bed this early. I was just going to have a nice shower. You didn't phone me last night, Ducky. Is that how you're feeling? I am if you are. But don't you keep me waiting. Put your skates on. See ya.
As you can see, she was killed in the same way as the previous case. And look at this photo. You see? There's the green stuff again.
Then you think there's no doubt about it. The man who killed this girl also killed the other one.
That's right, Sergeant. And there was another curious feature. Did you notice that in both those cases there was hardly any blood left in the corpses?
In the first case, that can be explained. The ground she was lying on had soaked it all up.
And this time the killer cleaned the bathroom floor? Some maniacs are like that. Although I know you don't believe the killer's insane.
And do you?
Who knows? The wounds resemble those caused by an animal. And then there were those strange sores. I'd say they were burns caused by that green substance.
Burns, you say?
Or it could even have been radiation. I've noted symptoms like those caused by heavy contamination. Apparently this killer, whether it's a man or animal, is a kind of mutant. And as for the blood, he may very well have drunk it.
Let him through.
Have you seen the papers this morning?
Yes, it's scandalous. You can't stop the press. However, I did send someone to deal with it.
Good morning, Sir Charles.
Good morning, Rutledge. Come and meet Fry of Civil Defense.
Pleasure.
I called you because of what's happening at Newton. We have news. Doctor, would you please explain?
Gladly. One of the doctors there sent us some cultures. We've managed to isolate a virus. It's a new type of virus, and we're still studying it, but one thing is certain. It's indestructible and very dangerous. Perhaps at Newton, they're doing experiments in germ warfare.
That'll be all, Doctor. Thank you very much. You may go now. Can I offer you something to drink, Rutledge? As you must have understood, Colonel, we've told no one that Adams was nearing the conclusion of his experiment.
Naturally, Sir Charles.
There you are. You see, Colonel, we were well aware of the risks that the Plurimer plan involved, but we still had to carry out the experiment. Unfortunately, something failed to function correctly, and we are now faced with the possibility of an immense catastrophe.
Do you think it's already reached that point, Sir Charles?
3 minutes ago, the first part of Plan Q was given the go-ahead.
But, Sir Charles, the position doesn't warrant Plan Q. You can't be serious maintaining that point of view. It means the total destruction of the town, murdering every living thing in it, including women and children.
That's enough, Colonel. Leave the responsibility to me.
Sir Charles, I urge you to reconsider on the grounds of humanity.
Please control yourself. This isn't the first time we've incurred certain risks.
Do you expect to move ahead with the second phase?
I'm forced to say yes. Fortunately, it's not up to me to choose the 0 hour. That's done by our superiors.
How about the press, Sir Charles?
I shall muzzle them.
Is that possible? The arrival of troops at Newton will look very suspicious.
We'll make a statement to the press. Say, army maneuvers. You can see to the details.
If you say so.
You know, I haven't seen Steven all night. He's usually creeping around here somewhere. Just kind of living here rent-free at the moment. Huh. See if we can find the little guy. Let's see here. Oh, Steven! Where are you hiding at this time, little guy? Oh my god. I think Steven might be dead. Steven! Oh my god. What are you looking at? Dude, I thought you were dead. You're just laying there with your eye open. Oh, so now a guy can't just lay down with his eye open all day long sleeping. Well, I don't know. It's just a little weird. It kind of creeped me out. Oh, well, sorry that my natural way of sleeping is creepy for you. Okay, I was just kind of worried. I just thought maybe you were hurt or something. I don't know. Well, it's fine. Let me continue my slumber. Yeah, okay, that's fine. It's fair. Just get let's get back over here. Okay, that was a little bit weird, the situation there. Well, we found him.
Pile out. Okay. Set up a roadblock.
Nick and snap it. Get
On the double. Come on, get the lead out.
So we now have the problem of quarantining the town's entire population.
But, Colonel, have you read my report? This situation is serious.
Naturally. Have you learned anything about the virus and Professor Adams?
The professor's disappeared, but the virus hasn't. Colonel, the virus is deadly.
That's the main reason I phoned you. Any other information?
Colonel, do you realize that this will be the first time you've used Plan Q?
What do you mean, Captain?
You know exactly what I mean, sir.
Don't worry. And calm down. The authorities have assured me that it won't be necessary.
Yes, but what if they're wrong? What if the virus spreads? This whole town could become a cemetery.
Now, Captain, you're exaggerating. And be careful of starting a panic, too. I want you to remember that you're the only person who can really handle the situation.
I'm no Superman, Colonel.
This is no time for modesty. You have to eliminate the source of the contagion because it endangers the whole world. No one is to enter or leave the town. And you may use your gun if necessary. It's been authorized. You may use your gun if necessary. Do you understand, Captain?
Yes, sir. I got it.
Hello?
Hello? Why don't they answer? I don't know what's going on.
Out of the way. You stay here.
Mrs. Hatcher?
That one way.
Yeah, I was talking to my wife and the line went dead.
That's funny. So long. Let's get on with it. This place gives me the creeps.
Sure does. You really think this is where we'll find Professor Adams?
If she's still alive. Let's look in there. Be careful. It might collapse. That way.
My God.
Listen, Tess, are you sure you really want to go to a movie?
If I'm not mistaken, it was your idea.
Yeah, but we could...
Come on, Paul.
Okay.
That's just to begin with. If you want the rest, you have to earn it.
Now what you want?
One of those huge ice cream cones from the Jumbo Bar.
But it's too far away. It'll take me ages.
Don't be silly. It's just down the street. And it's worth it because I'm going to thank you in a special way.
You promise?
This is the one you've been waiting for.
What's happening to me?
Your psychokineses and these delusions are just all...
The one you've been asking for.
Hey, Tina. Isn't this the way they wear their jackets back in the mental hospital?
Concentrate. Concentrate, Tina!
The one you've been dying for.
You people give me the creeps.
Okay, you big hunk of a man, come and get me.
Jason is back. But this time, someone is waiting.
Jason?
Tina, don't go in there!
Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood. Opening Friday, May 13th, the deadliest day of the year.
There goes the neighborhood.
Things have been a little bit weird this night. I don't know, there's just a spooky guy in the closet. Steven apparently has a weird sleeping ritual that I didn't know about. And now... yeah, there's just a spooky guy hanging out there. Some spooky guy in a hockey mask. Is anything going to come of that later? I mean, I hope not. How you enjoyed tonight's movie? I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't rewatch the movie before making this episode, so I just barely know what's going on in the film. I'm just like, hey, I watched this for freaking ever ago. It was mildly entertaining. Maybe it'll be good for an episode. Who knows? We'll see, I guess. Whatever. We're worried about that at the moment. I'm sure it'll all work itself out. I'm just overreacting, obviously. Yeah, clearly.
Stand aside, let us through. Out of the way.
I wouldn't go in there, Father.
Look.
Tess!
What's going on, Sergeant?
Why has the town been cut off?
What is it? The phones and the TV don't work either. What's it all about, Sergeant?
Calm down and stop worrying. For the moment, there's no information. Let me through.
No, sirree. You're not going anywhere till you've told us everything you know.
Go back to your houses. This is an emergency. I'm unable to give out information.
You're not fobbing me off with dumb excuses.
Just a moment, please.
You can't shoot all of us.
Let's not make this business worse than it is. Sergeant, for goodness sake, tell us what's happening.
Yeah, we got a right to know what's going on.
Let him speak, not you. You're not giving him a chance to get a word out. Sergeant, please.
Excuse me.
What's the use? Can't you see they do whatever they feel like? I say
Well,
we
there's
can't go on like
no
this.
use losing our tempers. They'll tell us sooner or later. Just be patient. Will you please all be patient?
Anyway, let's not hang around here in case that thing comes back.
I have very important information for the minister. But it's impossible that you can't get in touch. No, listen. Say it concerns the Plurimer plan. Yes. I'll stay here. Please have him call me. Thanks.
You home, Daddy? Hi.
How are you doing, kids? Did you have a good time?
Oh, yes, it was super.
Really super?
You know what? Everybody says there's some kind of maniac running around.
Yes, it's
Everybody
true.
says so.
All right, girls, go and get ready for dinner.
All right.
Off you go.
Good night.
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 Night, night.
Did you have a talk with the minister?
No, not yet.
Do you think there's really any danger?
I doubt it, dear. Only I'd be a lot happier if you'd take the children up to London.
And you?
Oh, I'd love to go. Only I have to remain here till they find that fellow Adams.
Extra! Extra! Late night extra! Disaster at Newton! Local police Elsland! Read all about it! Deadly virus at chemical plant! Panic spreading at Newton! PM sends in troops!
It's me, sir. Yes, I've read them. I gave the orders. But of course, sir, we sacrifice 1,000 lives today to save millions. That's just the point. 12 hours, yes, of course. It could be a bit long, but I think the security cover will hold. Don't worry, I'll keep you informed. Gentlemen, the 0 hour has been set for exactly 5 o'clock tomorrow morning.
For God's sake, Jane, face the facts.
All right, Kurt. It's possible that that virus alters living material. I want to check.
Look, there was just one man closely connected with the experiment. Your boss, Professor Adams. Why won't you admit it? And he's the monster who rips his victims apart and drinks their blood.
I'll explain it to you again. There's no proof. I just have to find out if this is a contagious virus. That's all.
Jane.
Smith, call Army headquarters.
Yes, Sergeant.
Now prepare for the worst.
think they've got the line.
What's happening? We want to know what's
Oh, Lord. What's happening to us? Everybody's going crazy.
No, the state of emergency isn't my worry. I'm sorry. I want to get my family right out of Newton. No, I said no. I'm not interested. Then get the authorization from the Prime Minister, from the Queen, from anybody you like, it doesn't matter. But if you refuse, I shall get in touch with the press and see that everyone learns exactly what's happening in this town. Because you wanted these dangerous experiments. Got that? Hello? 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 James! James!
The sacristy, quick! Run!
Louis Vendredi made a deal with the devil to sell cursed antiques, but he broke the pact, and it cost him his soul. Now his niece Mickey and her cousin Ryan have inherited the store, and with it, the curse. Now they must get everything back, and the real terror begins.
Oh man, he really did clear out all of our snacks. Didn't even leave the bugles. You know, I haven't eaten bugles in years. Probably means that those bugles have expired, right? I've had those for at least 10 years now. Steven, are you listening? Yeah, where'd Steven go? Oh my god! Oh my god, what happened here? Oh my goodness, there's blood everywhere. Somebody killed Steven, guys. This is undeniably, he's dead this time. There's blood all over the table. He's just laying there limp. Look at this. What are you doing? Oh my god. Can I not just take a nap anywhere without you bothering me? Steven, there's blood everywhere. What the heck happened here? I can't just have blood splattered all over the table and take a nap in it? Steven, I'm really confused about some of the things you do. Is that your blood? Of course it's not my blood. That would be disgusting. This is goat's blood, pure and natural. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna let you do your things now. I'm gonna start ignoring you when there's weird things happening. Okay, cool. So that was a bit of a situation. Guys, I'm really stressed out today. Let's just return to the movie. Maybe we'll do something a little bit more relaxed when we get back.
What is it this time? Another victim?
I'll explain everything along the way, Captain. We're in a dreadful mess. People are going around with weapons. If the soldiers try to stop them, they'll start shooting. Look, Captain, the army undoubtedly has a radio. You could call your superiors and ask them to lift the roadblock.
Waste of time. Sergeant, there they are.
I hope we can keep it from getting out of hand.
Hey, Sergeant.
Yeah?
What's up?
Turn back! Turn back! There's a military roadblock. Nobody goes through.
Take up your position. Step on it now.
It's just an army exercise. There's no train left, so go back home.
Plug in the megaphone. Yes, sir.
Your attention, please. Your attention, please. This is Colonel Rutledge of the Army Information Service speaking. For reasons of national security, this town is in quarantine for a period not exceeding 20 days. I repeat, this town is in quarantine for a period not exceeding 20 days. Attention, please. Attention, please. If anyone attempts to force the roadblock, we will be obliged to open fire. We ask for your cooperation in avoiding violence. These measures are for your own safety. Please remain calm. I repeat, These measures are for your own safety. Please remain calm.
Give him a warning flare, will you?
There's something going on.
Get back in your cars. There's nothing to worry about.
All right. You let us out of here, you.
Go on back. Get back in your car.
I'm trying to think. We have a right to. We have a right to get out of here. We have a right to.
Okay.
We have a.
Have it your own way.
Let us out of here. Get rid of those.
Go ahead.
Aim 10 yards ahead of them.
Right, Sergeant.
Fire straight at them. Fire!
Keep back if you don't want to get shot. Go back home, I tell you. Go back home.
Fire over them.
Yes, Sergeant.
Clear the road. Go on, move. Keep moving. Keep moving. That way. That way. How is that, fella?
Nothing serious. Let's go.
Right.
Who is it?
Open the door. It's us.
What is it? What have you come back for?
They wouldn't let us through at the roadblock.
You'll just have to stay.
Jason Takes Manhattan. Now, New York has a new problem.
And welcome back. For this segment, we are going to be doing something that has totally never been done before. We're going to be ranking the Friday the 13th movies from my least favorite to most favorite. So before I jump into this, I will just mention that to one degree or another, I do kind of like all of these movies, and they do have some, I guess, sentimental value for one reason or another. Let's get started. So the first one on my list, this is my least favorite, is the 2009 remake. I thought this was a very okay movie, didn't really add a lot. It was just kind of like by the numbers. This is how the 80s slasher movies were, kind of very formulaic. It just didn't add anything to the storyline or the character of Jason. The guy that played Jason, I think he looked great in the role, and he did a good job playing the character. I have no problems with that. I'm the least likely to rewatch this one. After that, it'd probably be Jason X. I do think this one's a lot of fun. I get that it's ridiculous, it's over the top. I do not take this movie seriously, and neither should you. But with that said, still could have been better. It feels a little bit too much like a Sci-Fi Channel original movie, and this was a theatrically released film, so that's a little odd. After that, it's Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. Once again, I think this one's pretty fun. I like, pretty much all of these movies, but some of them I just don't like as much as others. This one, again, like Jason X, it feels too much like a made-for-TV movie. I think a lot of that has to do with the music score. They didn't use the traditional Friday the 13th music score. They had all new music that sounded super cheap and cheesy. I don't know. Then I'm going to pick Part 1. Part 1 is a pretty good movie, but it is kind of like the beginner of the franchise, so it's not really at full force yet. You get some of those later movies, and it is just like crazy with the kills and the over-the-top stuff going on. This one's a little bit more restrained. Still, just love it. I just want to make it clear, just because it's closer to the bottom doesn't mean it's bad. I love it so much. I love all these movies. Then we're going to do Part 7, The New Blood. That is where Jason fights the psychic girl. This was the first time he had Kane Hodder in the role, and he looks great in the costume, great in doing the whole performance. Everything about Kane Hodder is great in this movie. And then one more before we cut back to the movie, and then I'll finish afterwards. But the next one on my list is Part 5. A lot of people really hate this one. I hated it when I first watched it, but upon repeated viewings, it gets better. If you didn't see it, I'm just going to spoil the twist ending because it sucks. The ending sucks. The killer is not Jason. It made you think it was Jason the whole time, and then it turns out it was a copycat killer dressed like Jason. That's a ripoff. But if you can watch it knowing this isn't Jason, this is just sort of like another slasher character, I think it helps. I really hate it when horror movies pull a Scooby-Doo on you where the monster was just a guy in a costume the whole time. It just drives me crazy. Does anybody like that twist? I get Scooby-Doo does it for the show, whatever, and we expect it there, but in an actual horror movie, does anybody like that twist where the monster ends up being fake? Quit making those movies, they suck. Alright, so we're going to get back to the movie now, and then I will tell you my remaining rankings for the last 6. Yeah.
They call it a cleaning up operation, which means that they wipe out every living thing. Humans, animals, everything.
I can't believe it.
In military logic, it's the one sure way of getting rid of the virus. For them, it's mathematical. Better to kill 1,000 people today than 1,000,000 later.
Isn't there a way we can stop this?
If we can convince them that we have an antidote, within 5 hours. This is all top secret.
Of course, Captain.
Don't forget it.
Get in your room!
Daddy!
Barricade the door!
By working on the cellular tension of that substance found on the victims' bodies, we can halt the spread of the virus.
Then you found the antidote.
In theory, yes.
What does that mean?
We have to wait for the guinea pig's reaction in 3 or 4 hours.
As far as we know, isn't Adams the only carrier of the virus?
Yes, since all his victims are dead.
So, if we eliminate him, that stops all danger of contagion, right?
I suppose it must.
I'm sorry for him. But we'll have to kill him. Let's go. Solo. Come on.
What do you want? I ain't done nothing. I ain't done nothing.
Go on, Holmes, leave it off.
It's you, Sergeant. How are you doing? Care for a quick one, or are you on duty?
Go on, run along.
Sergeant O'Brien. Sergeant O'Brien. You're wanted at the Milton Hall.
How beautiful.
Yes, this is O'Brien.
Yes, Sergeant.
I'll be right there. Something's happened to the Miltons. Let's go.
Right.
So long.
Captain, the sergeant would like to see you downstairs. Okay, here. Have you found anything?
Not much. He must have got out this way. My men didn't see him leave the house, and there are traces of blood and that green substance.
Milton fired a shotgun at him. 2 barrels of hunting shot.
What'll it take to stop him? A missile? What are you doing?
I want to follow him.
I forbid you to. It's crazy. And you don't know how to kill him anyway.
I know I don't, but I have no choice.
Come on.
Care for a drink, mate? Stuck-up bastard.
Captain! He almost got you.
Yes, sure did.
You're wounded.
No. The monster's bleeding.
Lucky I came looking for you.
O'Brien, I owe you a beer.
Look at this. The abandoned factory. That woman's house, the cinema, and the Miltons.
Now we know how he gets from one part of the city to another.
Yes, you see, Captain, this area of town is riddled with tunnels that connect with the sewer system. They're part of an ancient Roman drainage scheme. That's what they say, anyway.
Well, whatever they were, how many exits are there from these tunnels?
There are ways out all around the city.
Horror has many faces. Death wears many different masks. But pure evil wears only one. And this is your final chance to see it. Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday.
Alright, welcome back. It's time to finish my rankings for the Friday the 13th films. We got 6 more films to go. Next on my list is Friday the 13th Part 2. Love this one a lot. This is the one before Jason, still doesn't have the hockey mask yet. It's the first one with Jason has the main killer, but no hockey mask yet. This one, I also gotta say, one of the things I really love about it, I said Part 1 has one of the best jump scares ever. I think Part 2 might actually trump that a little bit. I think it has a better jump scare. With part 2, the jump scare actually got me the first 2 times I watched it. I was expecting it the second time, and it still made me jump. After that, we got Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday. Once again, this is one that a lot of people hate. I think you need to just kind of change your mindset about it a little bit. This is a super fun movie. Yeah, it's not a traditional Friday the 13th. This is the one where Jason is blown up at the beginning, and then he ends up like body swapping into people. Like his spirit, or whatever you want to call it, goes into other people and he takes control of them. And he just kind of goes from body to body. It almost feels a little Evil Dead-ish at times, just because of how over the top the gore gets. After that, it's Freddy vs. Jason. This is a very mixed opinions one. Some people seem to love it, other people hate it. I do have some issues with it. I'm a little disappointed that they chose not to use Kane Hodder in the role of Jason, mainly because their reasons, if you look at the behind the scenes and stuff, their reasons for it are very uneducated and stupid. Like, I could go on a whole rant about that, but yeah, it should have been Kane Hodder in the role. But even then, the guy that they did get, he did a good job, and he kind of defines the Jason of my childhood, to be honest. I was very young when I first saw this movie, you know, when I was just first getting into these sort of characters. So it was the Freddy versus Jason that I would see at like Spirit Halloween all over the place, you know. After that, we got part 3. I don't know why I like this one so much. Maybe there's just like some nostalgic thing. I mean, I'm nostalgic for all these, but I remember this one coming on TV one night on a Friday the 13th. It was super late and I watched it. I was roasting mini marshmallows over a candle. Yeah, like I stuck the mini marshmallows on a shish kebab stick and roasted them over a candle. And I was eating them while watching Friday the 13th Part 3. Either way, it's a solid Friday the 13th film. Then we got Part 4, which is just very well done. It feels like the definitive Friday the 13th movie. Jason just has his most kind of like classic look. Like, he has the hockey mask, but he's not like super like rotted and decayed yet. It's just kind of just madman with a hockey mask killing teenagers in the woods. Like, even with the MPAA undoubtedly making cuts, I still feel like you feel the veracity of these kills. And then when Jason's mask comes off and you see the face, it just looks really good. What I would consider the definitive Friday the 13th film. And then finally, my number 1 favorite, my personal favorite, is Friday the 13th Part 6. Like I said, Part 4 is the definitive one in more of a way of like what you expect. Part 6 is just a lot of fun. It's a little bit more silly, doesn't take itself as seriously. Like, it's got rock music, it's got like some goofy characters, scenes that don't seem to really serve any purpose other than just have characters get killed, but they're very entertaining to watch. Like this whole like paintball scene going on. Like, what are these characters doing there? What's the point? Who cares? They're fun characters, and you get some good kills. This is also the one that kind of introduced the undead Jason, so that's pretty cool. I could probably go on for days about how much I love Part 6, but we just don't got time for that. We gotta get back to the movie. So let's do that.
Evening, Captain.
Evening, Ross. Flight plan for you.
Control tower to Kangaroo 297. Engage manual control systems.
Proceed, Ross.
Yes, sir. All set, Captain.
Kangaroo 297, request permission to approach.
Control tower to Kangaroo 297. You may enter approach to runway.
How's the cargo?
Loading has been completed, Captain.
Okay, give it the gas.
Ready, Captain.
We finished sealing up the exit, Sergeant. There's no way he can get out of here now. We can be sure of that.
Now we have to flush him.
The problem is the method. There's fire, of course.
No.
Just a minute. If we filled the tunnels with some kind of gas, chemical must have one.
Chemical? Yeah. We should have thought of them before. They can provide the best solution. No doubt about it. Come on with me. You too.
It worked with the guinea pig. Now we can cure Professor Adams.
Oh, no, Jane. Use your head. It's impossible. We can't even get close to him in the condition he's in.
I'll do it.
You'll do nothing of the kind.
Listen to me before you say anything. I found the antidote and I'm sure it'll work. It only took an hour to act on the guinea pig. For a man, it should only take 3 or 4 hours.
You really care about Professor Adams, don't you?
My interest is for the whole human race.
But we haven't enough time.
Why not?
Because in 1.5 hours, we'll all be dead.
I see. Thank you. It's all ready, Sir Charles. The plane will take off at the time we agreed. Officially, we're saying it's a normal training flight over the North Sea.
And how will you arrange the accident?
At 7:50, the plane will be 30 miles from the coast and 2 minutes from the objective. And at that point, theoretically, there will be an engine failure. The captain and navigator will bail out after setting the automatic pilot.
How precise is it?
It's as accurate as a missile, Sir Charles. The precision of a chronometer.
Extremely clever of you.
Thank you, Sir Charles.
Kangaroo 297 to Control Tower. Any final instructions for our mission?
Control Tower to Kangaroo 297. You are authorized for takeoff. The captain may now open his sealed orders. Wind is calm northwest, temperature 15 degrees.
Is something wrong, Captain?
No, nothing. The usual orders. Let's move.
A nerve gas bomb? Why, that's just awful. Do you think that public opinion will accept it?
They know what they're doing. It's sabotage that will pass as an accident. And there won't be very many witnesses in a tomb.
It's atrocious, inhuman.
It's the logic of power. Don't forget that. Professor, take me to the strong room. I need 2 units of Necron.
But it's impossible that you people know about it. No. No way. I must refuse to oblige unless you force me.
Please, Kirk. I know I can still save him if I go with you.
Not a hope. You're not coming. Stay here.
There. We're almost over the objective, Captain.
Do these tunnels lead to the sewers?
Yes.
Here, give me that.
The old drainage network empties directly into the sewer system. I know it by heart, and so does Professor Adams. We're both members of the Civic Works Commission.
Right, you two, go that way. You come along with me. Yes, sir.
Come on.
Did you hear that? I think he's up ahead. Come on.
Put it on automatic.
Is there something the matter, sir?
Not a thing. Nothing we can possibly change, anyway.
Cigarette?
No, thanks. Listen, do you mind if I ask you a question, Captain?
Go ahead.
Why have you stayed here with us? You could have got away easily.
Adams stinks. Like this place. I want to see him dead.
O'Brien here, do you read me?
Yes, Sergeant O'Brien.
Have you found anything over there?
No, nothing so far.
Well, keep in contact.
I'll keep the switch open. That be okay?
Come on.
Warn your friends. Warn everyone.
Welcome to my nightmare.
We're not safe awake or asleep.
Why won't you die? Freddy versus Jason.
Place your bets.
Oh, guys. I'm hearing spooky noises outside my house again. I think it might be that scary hockey mask man. I'm wondering if I should go outside and inspectigate it. Inspectigate? Is that a good idea? Or should I like call the authorities? No, you're right. I should definitely go check it out for myself. We're gonna go do that. Come on, let's go. Ow, what did I bump into? Ah, it's dark out here. Not seeing anything at the moment, guys. Just a lot of darkness And crickets. Yeah, just those two things. That's all that's out here. Oh my god. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Oh god.
It's almost impossible to breathe, Captain. Yeah, you're right. But we've got to go on. Give me the radio. Here. O'Brien!
What is it, Captain?
Have you found anything?
No, we haven't seen a thing. But Brown can't go on.
We have to find him. We've only got half an hour.
These fumes are going to poison us.
Look, Sergeant, we can't stop now.
Don't worry, I'm with you. Brown, you'd better get out of here before you collapse. I'll go on.
Come on, this is it.
Professor? Professor!
Look out! It's broken. I'll go on ahead, okay? You call O'Brien, right? No, Captain. I want to be in on the kill with you. Hello, Kirk. Captain? Sergeant O'Brien, come in. I'm not reading you. Come in, please. Can anyone hear me?
Professor Adams. Professor. I know you're here, Professor. Come out, please, so I can see you. I'm Jane, your assistant. Don't you recognize me now? Trust me, Professor. I've come here to help you. Believe me. I don't want to hurt you. There are men who want to kill you, Professor. I can help you. Look. This is the antidote.
Help me. I don't want to die.
Let me try. Come over here, Professor.
Help me, Jane.
You understand me, don't you?
Jane, where are you?
Come on, Jake, hurry. We have only a few minutes to notify London.
Kangaroo 297 here. Come in. This is Kangaroo 297. Please answer. Please answer. I might have known it. Prepare to abandon the aircraft.
Abandon it?
We're abandoning the plane. Those are orders.
What about the cargo?
Shut up, will you? And make sure we leave it on automatic.
Yes, sir.
In 2 minutes, we bail out.
Captain, listen.
Ross, it's all over. Ah!
Say he's dead?
That's right.
Do such a thing.
Jason. Who wants to go see like 50 teenagers get slaughtered?
Ooh, oh my god. That was pretty intense back there, what just happened. Well, lucky for me, Jason didn't count on the fact that I am a cat, and I do have 9 lives. That's right. I keep track of them on this little list right here. See that? Yep, lucky for me. Let's see. Oh, geez, kind of getting a little low on these. Might want to keep that in check, I guess. Either way, considering this is a Friday the 13th, you know, this could have gone a lot worse. That could have been a lot more bad luck. I mean, I only got killed once. Well, the guy did take all my snacks, my Doritos and my Funyuns, and you know what? No, this sucked. Screw this. I'm mad about this. Can't do anything about it now. Hopefully you enjoyed tonight's movie. If you didn't, I'm sorry.